Well, I hate to admit defeat, but I'm going back on the carnivore diet. Now, I never had anything against the carnivore diet. It was just fine. But I felt like I could probably still keep weight off and not um, not gain weight, but still be able to, enjoy life and eat plenty of stuff. And it did work for a while. I mean, I was able to stay disciplined and portion control and find substitutions that kind of made it feel like I was eating things that were bad for you, but that weren't so bad for you. But every little bit of leeway that I gave myself ended up being a little bit more leeway, and eventually I found myself eating McDonald's, Dairy Queen ice cream, and just stuff that started packing on the weight again. I found myself getting close to 230 pounds when I had been down to 200 pounds. Uh, so it's time to take control back. I mean, I guess I could get back into control by just putting myself on a different rules. But I like carnivore because it's simple, and because I like meat and salt, and it just kind of makes it a little bit easier to like the rules are pretty basic. I do break the rules for coffee, but you know so carnivore we're going back to. Um, but I would say like the challenges is like discipline. I like to think of myself as a disciplined person, but I know we all face different challenges in different disciplines, different areas of our life, and diet is definitely one of them for me. It's either I'm getting some sort of psychological comfort from just eating something that maybe it's peanut butter cookies because that's what my mom and my grandma made when I was a kid, and it's just the memories, I guess. It's nostalgic, or maybe it's there's something stressful happening, and that give it into that short term pleasure is good and helps uh, offset moods, or maybe it's just like social activities, like getting together for Thanksgiving the other day. Everybody's made such nice stuff, and you figure just a little bit here and there. It's the holidays, but then there's leftovers, and you're like, well, you don't want this stuff to go to waste. Anyways, the discipline part, I think some people find some parts of their life easier to be disciplined in. I find it easy to just wake up in the morning. Weird, because I didn't used to find waking up in the morning easy, but here I am, 40 years old. It's much easier for me to wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning than what it was when I was 17 or 18. I used to dread getting up so much. Now I can't wait to go to bed so that I can get up and have my morning time. I also like doing like blog stuff and creative like businessy stuff. It's easy for me to stay, disciplined or honed in on. I can do the diet stuff for short periods of time. I think the longest I ever went on a diet strictly was something like the carnivore diet, where I did it for roughly 6 months before I decided to like really give in a bit. I mean, I don't know how strict I'll be or how long I'll do it for, but the goal will be to do it for a long time. I don't want to be healthy for a short period of time. I want to be healthy for a long time. So, but there's more to life than food, and there's more to food than just sweets. Yesterday, we actually had a family get together. It's the Saturday after Thanksgiving. My wife and I and the kids decorated the house for Christmas. I think you might be able to see some. No, I don't know. You might see a glow of Christmas lights from the living room. But we decorated the house, and when I say decorate the house, I mean we have probably 30 or so bins up in the attic that's Christmas specific, and so it's a full event for my household. I do the outside, where I do the string the lights up on the roof. Excuse me, and I don't do anything like wild or crazy. I have these blue LED type, or not blue, the colorful LED lights, and they're big. So I just do one string all the way across the edge of the house, and it kind of looks like old-fashioned, traditional kind of thing. And then I do a little bit like in the bushes. I could probably definitely step my game up a bit, maybe next year or a year after or so. But my wife, at the inside of the house just looks like you went to the North Pole and you went to Santa Claus's house. It's it's definitely something. That when people come in, they call it the Cote Christmas Cottage. Or at least my wife refers to it as the Cote Christmas Cottage. So we had my father-in-law and his wife, and they came over, and we also had my daughter's boyfriend was over, who helped do the decorations this year, and we just kind of took some time. Oh, that's the other part. We do the Christmas tree on a separate time. Growing up, doing the Christmas tree was just like a special activity where we had like cookies and hot chocolate and decorate the tree and stuff. So I like to try to make it a separate activity. So we had the family over for doing that, and beforehand we had some dinner. I made hot dogs and hamburgers, and that was good for me because I could just eat the hamburger patties. And then I had coffee while everybody else had hot chocolate and cookies. It was tempting to eat the cookies, but I'm only a couple days into being back on carnivore, and I'm much more motivated right now. So it's easier to be motivated enough to not eat cookies or not be tempted by cookies as much. That's the thing about the carnivore diet that I learned, or when you're on a diet like this, is that at the beginning you're working on motivation, and towards the later times or times that you've been doing it for a while, it's easier because you're not tempted as much because you're at least on the carnivore diet, you're receiving so many benefits from it that you're like, I don't even crave sweets anymore. It's weird how it's like I can crave sweets at the beginning, but withstand it because of motivation. But then afterwards, your body's so used to craving fat that you don't even crave sweets anymore. It's more of a psychological thing because I might miss it. Kind of like cigarettes. Like I quit smoking and I don't crave cigarettes, but I might miss the activity. I remember what life was like back then, and life wasn't good. It's just in that moment when I was smoking, it seemed good, and eating a piece of pie or something, it's not good. But I remember like the activities that we were doing while we were eating, or being alone and it being like mom watching TV or whatever it is. But no, you don't crave it as much when you've been on it for a while. So anyways, that's yeah. And by the way, the Christmas decorating went great. Actually, my father-in-law brought a bunch of stuff from when my wife was growing up for us to sort through and maybe have even more Christmas decorations. I mean, it's an event for me to take this stuff up and down from the attic, and I think that there's so much weight in the attic now from all these darn Christmas decorations that there's like it's not I don't know if it's a crap, but there was some weight, and in the ceiling part of the garage, you can see this little like crack or whatnot in the ceiling. But I think that might have been because I dropped something not on the plywood that was up there. like out off of the plywood, so it might not be the weight of everything, but I like to say that it's the weight of all the Christmas decorations that's causing the stress on the ceiling that makes a crack. But then we put all the ornaments on it, and we have ornaments from when my wife was a kid, from like back in the 80s, and it's just really nostalgic stuff. So we're hoping that the kids enjoy all the traditions and they grow up to pass it on to their kids. That's weird. Daughter's 17, son's 13, and I'm starting to think one day I'm going to have grandkids, probably maybe in the next decade or something, by the time I'm 50. I mean, I guess that's normal, but I'm excited. I'm excited for little kids, little rugrats. It'd be cool. I've been trying to talk to my wife into having more kids, but probably it's not going to happen. Anyways, that might be a topic for another video. I'm going to let you guys go before this video gets too long, but this is just, I guess, my announcement and maybe a new setting for the video. I mean, it is my office, but I'm going to try to see about doing videos in the morning, each morning, to kind of start my morning off with talking with you. Right now, it's actually kind of late. I got up at 4:30. It's 6 o'clock right now. It might have been because I was trying to figure out what to talk about. Hopefully, if I do these every day, it'll just kind of get into the flow. I did do that before. I did like a 30-day thing a while back, and it worked out. As soon as I got into like day 5, ideas started coming. So I already got an idea for future videos. So we'll see what's what. Until then, see you tomorrow.